Yo, what's up guys? What is going on? Hope everybody's doing well. Arsenal versus Newcastle 1-0. 1-0. Where would you guys be without Declan Rice? Honestly, what a strike from Declan Rice. What a player. Very consistent, had a really good game. Besides the goal, just really good all around from Declan Rice. That strike and the angle, very difficult shot, and somehow you just managed to pull that off. And really, where would you guys be with Declan Rice? Because this was a game that was, mostly that first half, was very difficult. I could not see Arsenal getting past that defensive line. Newcastle were so solid and compact in the back that I just think the only team that would have been able to get through that first half of defensive line that Newcastle implemented was Barcelona. Barcelona was the only one, and that would have taken Barcelona a while to penetrate and get past and break down because they were so good. And all Arsenal could do was just rotate the ball and just go side to side. The only few chances that I think that they had throughout the whole game were the header from Partey, the corner kick, and the one-handed save, really good save from the keeper. Declan Rice, I think, had a shot. Maybe I'm forgetting Saka. There wasn't much of Saka. That's not to say that he had a bad game, but not up to his standards, obviously. And Trossard had something there. Not really. It was Ben White. Ben White was like the one that was leading that attacking line, driving forward and somehow getting through the defensive line and getting a shot. I think it was like a toe blow. Kind of came close. And the other one was trying to get a penalty, but I think he pushed the ball a little bit too much. And that was it. I didn't see anything else from Arsenal. Arsenal were poor, and yet they got the job done. And on one side, I want to say, like, you know, Arteta, almost genius to be getting this far with such a limited team. But at the same side, I want to say, why didn't you recruit players? Why didn't you buy players in the transfer window? Arsenal were one finger away from being in the Champions League final had they had a striker, just a striker. Who knows what would have happened if they had a striker? I mean, you look at the bench when it comes to PSG, and it's just like they have alternatives. You look at the bench of Liverpool, they have options. Even Aston Villa, they have options. And Arsenal, what do they have? I mean, players like Nwaneri obviously are really good players, but you should have more than that. You should be able to call up better players than that. Having more options is what I'm talking about, and they don't. They don't. That's really irritating. That's really irritating that Arteta didn't do this. And I blame Arteta for that. This should have been all Newcastle. First half, I don't know how many times Newcastle, Raya with the saves, also Raya with the giveaways. I think there was only 2 giveaways, but you just need one of those giveaways, and that could have been a calamity, a complete collapse for Arsenal. And yet he made up for those errors. I think he did do more good than he did bad, but still, the giveaways were just horrendous from Raya. And Livramento, Bruno Guimaraes, Gordon, Harvey Barnes had 2 opportunities. The one that I thought was going to go in was the deflection. I think if the shot was a little bit harder with the deflection, I don't think Raya was going to get there. But nevertheless, that was great save from Raya. Really good save. I really thought that was going to go in. And I think more than anything, I think Newcastle actually suffered from not being able to be more clinical, not being able to finish, and really missing, in other words, like the striker, Isak. Because this was a Newcastle win. Because Arsenal had very few chances. And Newcastle could have finished this game in the first half. Simple as that. They should have finished this game in the first half. And congrats to Arsenal. I think a big thank you is in order for Declan Rice, because he saved a day today. Absolutely saved a day today. Very interesting match. It didn't seem like Arsenal were going to walk away with a win here, but they eventually did. Anyways, guys, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.